Hey everybody, welcome to the Prime 4 podcast. My name is Bryce.
Ross?
Alex.
Chris.
I was waiting for Chris. Usually there's another name in there, man.
Yeah, Chris is busy today, so he won't be joining us. He didn't have a good excuse, but he just won't be joining us. No, I'm kidding. He's busy. So with hip hop, we don't have much going on like normal with everything going on in the whole wide world. A lot of people are using the current climate, I'll say, to big themselves up and probably, using it to their advantage, which is fair. They have platforms and they want to speak. Kanye the Machine song Bang featuring Eminem leaked, and on it, this is like some stupid ass like non-beef shit. He has a great verse on it, Eminem does, where he pretty much says fuck Revolt, and Revolt TV is P Diddy's like network thing. Like I don't even know if it's considered like an all black network kind of thing like BET was or is. But Eminem pretty much says fuck Revolt, and apparently people got upset about this, that Eminem saying fuck Revolt. This is a leaked verse, by the way, from the past during his Joe Budden beef shit, because he has a thing about Budden in there. So people are like, him saying fuck Revolt TV was pretty much saying fuck black people, I guess, is how some people took it. Like it was an attack on them. Like the current climate, with the current climate, he can't say those things without it being interpreted as racist, I guess, by some people. And Revolt TV is just like eating this shit up. The BLM. If you look at their Twitter, it's all BLM stuff. They got a platform, they're using it, but obviously, I mean, they're doing it for clicks. Partly. Yeah. Okay, I mean, I guess I can't 100% say that, but the way they're going at it is, it's like, obviously they're seeing this as a big opportunity right now, like a lot of people are. Anyway, they tweeted back. They tweeted Eminem like saying "fuck you too, Eminem," and Eminem actually responded. Let me pull up the tweet so I can quote it exactly, because this is something that Eminem doesn't do really, and that's apologize. And yeah. So Eminem responded to Revolt TV on Twitter. Excuse me. He said, "I agree with Revolt. This is an unnecessary distraction. I never meant for that voice to be heard. I was heated in the moment and thought better of it and decided to pull it back. Stuff that I never intended to release continues to leak from the huge WeTransfer hack. I don't have any issues with Revolt. I'd actually welcome the opportunity to work with them on some positive things and turn this in a different direction." So that was his response, which was taken very well. I mean, some of his diehard fans are like, "You're a pussy for apologizing,"
They see
but
it
then
as, all right,
they see weakness and they attack it. Because Eminem never apologizes, but Revolt TV, just look at it. It's just the Twitter is it's definitely not focusing on hip hop right now.
Oh yeah,
which is fair. I don't know if Revolt responded to Eminem. Let me Google it quick. See if they actually responded back. Just by the way, for all you that know, with the MGK diss or whatever, P Diddy, when like Eminem said that, Kel, the day you put out a hit is the day Diddy admits that he put the hit out that got Pac killed. And there's blowback for that, or some people were mad at Eminem for that on Diddy's side, I guess. And Diddy said he would handle it. And it's been over a year and it still has not been handled. So let's put that into perspective.
Are you saying Diddy did the hack? Is that the allegation here?
What the hell?
It's possible. Who knows who put the leak out? Eminem said it was a hack. It could have been his management. Who knows what happened? But
just didn't have a strong enough. He didn't have two-factor authentication enabled on LinkedIn or some shit.
Diddy's the Revolt TV called it an unneeded distraction following the leak. It's like, what? Like you can't do both, or like you can't address this and like you can't do your normal hip hop news plus like root BLM and stuff.
Yeah, it's one of those things where like if it would have happened any other time, I wonder like there would totally be probably a different reaction, I guess. So yeah, I don't know.
As of 2 days ago, apparently Revolt has yet to respond, I guess. This is such a I listened specifically to Joe Budden clip about it just to see if he would fucking pop a vein in his forehead and go off on an hour saying how he's not butthurt about it, but yet yell for an hour about being butthurt about it. He said, there's no reason for me to get offended because it's an old verse. You don't get mad over old verses. Like, it's like if any other beef, think of any other beef that's been over for like a year, and then like, oh, it leaked, and then there's another diss on there, and it's like, okay, that was like a year ago now. Like we've grown a year from this. Like it's crazy, but I hope they get through this. I don't think it was something that Revolt needed to respond to. I think they are the ones who caused the unneeded distraction by responding to it in the first place. So calling M out on that is pretty ridiculous, because if you don't need to respond, you don't respond. Like we've seen that before. But I'm of course defending Eminem in this, but it is great that he apologized, which is something he I don't think he's ever done, really. So that's pretty cool.
Well, he's older now.
Yeah, he's like 47 or something. Like, that's crazy. So I don't care if they did anything together. That's not something I'm shipping. Like, if he does something with Revolt TV, like, what the fuck is he gonna do?
You're not shipping M and Diddy as the next hip hop power duo.
No, God no. Well, I wish Chris was here to give his perspective on it. Yeah, I can't speak on what Chris would think about this, but that was my take on it. What do you guys think? Do you think Revolt should have even responded? Do you think it was an unneeded distraction by Eminem, or at all? Do you think that Revolt is the one who caused it by responding in the first place?
Here's what I think's gonna happen. Okay, so Diddy's gonna come out and he's gonna say I changed my name to Diddles, and then he's gonna do an album where he's gonna be Eminem and Diddles.
Oh my God, P Dids. That'd be awesome, actually.
I'm just kidding. I don't know. What was the question again?
What do you guys think about the whole thing?
Just like I said, it's just a product of something that was from the past coming out at a certain time when it could be construed that way to be a distraction, pretty much. So I think, like I said, if it wouldn't have came out like when it did, right now, people probably wouldn't even care.
Yeah, they'd have tried to look at the bars instead of, like
Yeah.
viewed it in the lens of the current political climate.
Yep. Pretty much.
Yeah, that's what I can agree with that.
I mean, obviously there are going to be some people who see it that way, like no matter what time of day it is, but
Yeah,
now is not the time for that to come out. Let's just say that.
yeah, it's yeah, I guess, and we keep on calling it the current climate. But everybody knows what's going on with Black Lives Matter and police brutality and shit like that. And
Yep.
it's just hypocrites left and right. Of course, there's going to be everybody from every facet of life that has their perspective and opinions on everything going on right now. But we're just trying to, use our platform that no one listens to, try to understand it ourselves, I guess.
Yeah.
So don't blame us. Don't shoot the messenger. Like,
Blame Revolt.
yeah. Oh God.
I'm just
Yep.
kidding.
Blame Revolt. That's all I got. I think Kids See Ghosts is doing an animated show, which is weird. Kid Cudi is doing a podcast now. So hopefully he's done rapping and then his podcast does bad and ours does good.
Is it the Kid Cast?
I have no idea. Every rapper has a fucking podcast now, so it doesn't matter. That's why we need to get out of hip hop and we need to just talk politics and name ourselves Alexander Jones or something.
Oh Jesus.
Like or Alexis Jones. Something. Keep it fresh and new.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, here's a new tweet from Kanye.
Oh boy.
Wow, that's
it's
pretty,
nonsense. Fucking nonsense is what it is.
okay. I was gonna say like either like it was like nonsense or it was a blank tweet. Use 0 of his 180 character limit or whatever.
Right. Yeah, it's pretty much just nonsense or him talking about like product releases or some shit.
Wait a minute. The end of the tweet says "fuck Revolt." What the hell? No, I'm just kidding.
Oh God.
I'm just kidding.
So that's it with hip hop. There's of course a lot of stuff going on, but we don't need to talk about it right now. We'll see if it gets momentum, so it comes to our attention. But Microsoft, you guys heard the Mixer news?
Yep.
So Microsoft's competitor to Twitch, Mixer, is shutting down, and they're partnering with Facebook Games. Has anybody heard of Facebook Games?
I've heard of Facebook gaming or whatever, but like I didn't know. I don't know how popular it is, but I've heard of it.
Well, they're no Twitch. Or else people would have heard of them,
So there's a couple streamers that tried to build like a community, like a bunch of streamers tried to use Mixer to build a community as the new platform because they probably couldn't compete on Twitch.
Well, a lot of the ones. There are a few of them that got huge contracts to go over to it, and now they're just like, oh yeah, whatever. I guess it didn't work.
Yeah, they're free agents again.
Yep.
Well, who knows what their contract said? They could have been like Ninja $30 million. It could have been like, you get $30 million to sign to Mixer for 3 years, or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You fulfilled 1 year.
What if it's just what if he just like can't profit from the other thing until like that's up or something like that? So he can he could like go back to it.
From what it sounds like, I heard they're releasing everybody anyway.
Yeah,
so it's
they
like it
probably
doesn't
are.
matter. Could you imagine if Ninja goes on to Facebook Games? What if Twitch said "fuck you"?
It's funny because most of the people I know that like are on Facebook gaming are like either ones that got banned from Twitch, or like they're just like, oh, like there's too many people on Twitch to compete with or something like that. So I'm gonna try to be on this Facebook market, and it's like, oh god.
I heard some other large streamer got banned on Twitch, but who gives a shit?
Dr. D?
Ross, believe that?
Okay, no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know why or who cares, but what if Twitch says no to those people coming back? Like, they're like, well, you left us. We're not going to pay you to come back.
Or they, like,
You can
just
come back if you want, but we're not going to partner with you.
they like make them change their names or something.
That would be awesome, actually. Oh, yeah, my name was Ninja, but now I had to turn myself to Ninja Gaiden 6ix9ine.
I don't. Ninja makes me feel very uncomfortable because it's
A
it can be
pedophile.
it can be used as like a
Oh.
racial stereotype of like Asian people and just like troll them.
Oh, God. Yeah, they come up with some excuse why he can't have the name.
Yeah, I doubt that would ever happen though. They'd be like, "What about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or something like that?" They'd be like,
Could you imagine if you like got his name on Twitch or something? Like, I'm sure he still has an account. Like,
"Yeah,
they didn't
yeah."
just erase his account. But could you imagine if he was gone for a while? They did open his account. Someone got Ninja on Twitch, and he came back
They
to
just hold it
Twitch.
ransom.
No, and Twitch literally just like takes the account away from the new person to give it to like the trader for coming back. Like, can you imagine being that guy that like,
They
oh, I
probably
got Ninja, this is the coolest shit ever,
they'd
and then
like
they just take it away?
they'd like be like, "Oh, yeah, we knew. Like, can you just like put a number behind yours so that this guy can like have Ninja again?"
Yeah, we're doing name updates to get rid of bots, and yours been flagged to change. Just please
Okay.
change, and then Ninja comes back. But I never have seen Mixer at all, so I have no idea. Like, I haven't really even seen Twitch either.
It's
Like, I have
funny.
no idea what's going on with this
It's
shit.
funny because I have an Xbox One, and like I've went on the tab that had Mixer on it, like where I could even see people like playing, and I just never like clicked on anybody because it
Well,
just never seemed like it was worth my time.
The good thing about
well,
Mixer,
Twitch isn't worth your time either. But Twitch should be a shortcut to Mixer on the Xbox.
like the quality on Mixer, because Microsoft was just like, you know what, have all the bandwidth you want. Like the streams looked fucking amazing.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
that's pretty good.
Oh yeah, I'm sure there was good quality. It's just you got like how are you gonna switch people over from like it's like you would have to do something ridiculous to try to do it. Like, you know how Epic's trying to do ridiculous things to get business from Steam, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
you're like Steam is established and Twitch is established, and then if you're trying to hit that get into that market, it's going to take significant trying.
Oh yeah, dude. You just pay out like 30 million in that Microsoft money to a dude to, poach him from the other.
Yeah, they tried. They
yeah.
tried. They signed like at least 4 or 5 like higher profile people, and it didn't really work. So
At least we know now, because that was a good experiment too, I think, because we now know that people aren't tied to those personalities. They're still tied to the platform.
I mean, I'm sure they
Because
had a lot of viewers, those people, but it didn't draw them to watch other people.
for well, that and they didn't maintain their user base moving over to another platform.
Yep.
Yeah, I never really looked to see like if how many people they had watching them or anything, and on Mixer or anything.
It's
It was low
it's
for sure.
yeah, it was pretty low if I remember correctly. The people that actually went with Ninja or the other guy to go to Mixer, so it was nice to know that people aren't attached to the personalities but the platform. And
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it.
I mean, because everybody's got shit invested in
I
Twitch,
mean,
probably it's going to be difficult.
when they sign these people, wouldn't it have been smart? Like, I don't know if they did this, but wouldn't it have been smart to have done marketing with them as part of a tie-in with like signing them?
I
Like,
mean,
They did.
like, did they have commercials and stuff? Because I don't remember no commercials for
I'm
Mixer.
pretty sure they did. I've seen on YouTube, I think specifically during that stupid fucking time, like the Ninja doing like a press conference,
Hmm.
like, "Hey, I'm going to Mixer,"
Oh, I'm
And
sure
it's
they
like,
did that.
it's like, who gives a fuck? Get
But
off
it
my
seems
YouTube.
but it seems like unless you're everywhere saying like these people want you to go on this, like it's a waste of your time. Like you need to like
They targeted them. They did market and they targeted where kids go.
Mm-hmm.
They're not doing cable TV for adults to market where Ninja's going. They hit YouTube. They probably hit Instagram and shit, like something like that.
where was the Fortnite
Fortnite
what's
release.
it called? The Fortnite tie-in, yeah.
Mixer is Epic Games. That's like a good example of like what happened with Mixer is exactly what happened with Epic Games, or is happening with Epic Games. You have Steam, which has like just a foothold, and
The only
Steam is Twitch.
The only problem
And
is Epic Games has like a pretty much unlimited amount of money behind them because of like who owns them and stuff.
Epic
But
Games?
aren't they like owned by like Chinese companies and stuff?
No,
They aren't.
no.
What? I thought they had Chinese money behind them.
I think this. Well, I thought it was the same guy that owned it like the whole time.
I know Tim Sweeney's owned Epic Games for like, but
Oh yeah, Tencent has
majority
40%.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah.
saying.
Tim Sweeney is the majority shareholder though still.
So like they didn't like just bend over to China during the whole China thing because like sure China like has money in there, but they don't control the company.
No, they got 40% though.
They don't control the company. Yeah, okay, we'll see.
Subsidiaries: Epic Games Berlin, Japan, Korea, Seattle, Stockholm, UK, Kamu, Quixel, Psyonix, whatever. So yeah, I'm sure they have a say in it with 40% or something. But what were you saying about
Don't you see?
China being in there?
as
They
soon
have
as-
infinite money. You're saying?
As soon as it's struggling, they'll be like, "Don't worry, just give us control, and we'll help you out."
Dude, Tencent and Vivendi are fucking scary.
Yeah.
Like it is China's fucking death grip into our media. And
Oh,
with that, like when you because China is notorious for fucking downloading something from China, they're monitoring your shit pretty much with their games. And you get all these huge companies. We're releasing Diablo Immortal. We're releasing some shitty fucking League of Legends fucking shit for mobile.
Oh, and they
Guess
just
who owns them? Vivendi and Tencent. Guess
and they
why they want it on your phone? Because they want the information
Yep.
from your phone.
Don't you have phones?
well, and,
Yeah, you do not. For anybody listening, do not download anything associated with Tencent or Vivendi on your phone specifically. Computer, it's difficult because you're dealing with Blizzard and shit. But cell phone, do not. So no Diablo Immortals, no League of Legends, whatever they got going on. Pokemon Unite. Guess who appeared in Pokemon? In Pokemon, guess who appeared? Guess who partnered with Pokemon to make Pokemon Unite? Guess who it was?
China.
It was Tencent. 40% of Epic Games. Tencent now has their hand in Pokemon. Vivendi owns Riot.
Yep.
Who's Blizzard? Is Blizzard Vivendi or Tencent?
Yeah, Blizzard. Blizzard's owned by Vivendi.
Yeah, that's Vivendi.
I thought Tencent owned Riot.
Yeah, they do.
Okay,
But
that's what it was. Okay.
Blizzard's
Oh.
Vivendi.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I believe
My
that's
bad. I get them mixed up because they're the same fucking thing.
pretty much. I mean,
They're the same fucking thing. They're two China conglomerates, and they are slowly seeping their way into every part of American media that they can get into
yeah.
because it's it's a Chinese. I mean they're working on something. What are the Chinese working on? Is it a takeover, or is it to become the dominant economic country again? Like, what do you guys think?
I mean, I don't even know what the end game is like.
They're playing the long con, and they're doing it off of our capitalism, which is working 100% for them.
Oh yeah.
What if Jeff Bezos turns out to be the hero?
It's all about keeping the money flowing to them and not away from them.
Yeah,
And
yeah, that too. And they get
pretty much.
control over these companies. Like with the Hong Kong activists and like the Blizzard banning one of their pro players in Hearthstone for backing Hong Kong because of
Yeah, I remember that.
because of Vivendi that has, you know, partial ownership. And
I remember when League of Legends had like when the Hong Kong shit was going on, they had like the Worlds shit going on, and they had like a team from Hong Kong was at the Worlds thing. So all of a sudden, like they were like, why, like they claim that the host people weren't meant like saying like Hong Kong, like when they were like saying the team's name, they would call him like what was it? Would they just call him by the other part of their name or call him like HK something or something like that?
oh really?
Yeah, and people like called them out and they're like, "Oh, we didn't do it because of that." They tried to say, and I was just like, "Yeah, sure."
Yeah.
They were censoring themselves.
Gosh, it is crazy how they're doing they're getting their hands in our movies now and shit, I think. Vivendi and Tencent.
Oh yeah, they have a huge say in movies too because of the whole market over there.
Yep. Because China's market is so huge. It matches ours, if not greater than,
Did you
especially
hear what
regarding video games.
Did you hear what our government was trying to do or whatever, like a month or two ago? I don't know like what happened with it, but they were trying to pass laws to where like
Huawei?
no, they were trying to pass laws to where like what's it called? Pretty much that like you can't like censor a movie like for China like with like before the movie comes like is made or something like that. I don't know, there was some whole like ridiculous
You can't cater to Chinese government,
pretty much is what they said, and I was like, holy shit, that's funny.
Yeah. And just because America right now is in a trade war essentially with China, but it's not talked about much at all. Huawei is a telecommunications company in China, a multinational tech company, and they made cell phones,
Mhm.
and they got banned from selling in the US due to the you know, the back door for the Chinese government, essentially, for like spying.
Don't you got that Chinese drone, Bryce?
What?
Isn't that drone you got like from that company that's like Chinese or something like that?
DJI?
I thought they were like a Chinese company.
Um,
I could be wrong.
oh, it's Shenzhen DJI. So
because I know our
yeah, it's a
government.
Chinese technology
Because
company.
I know our government was like against like those drones and shit. They're all like, "Oh, the Chinese."
I mean, I guess. I mean, I don't know. It's not a cell phone. It's
Well, they're like, "Oh, they could be
different
putting, they could be
technology.
like putting tracking shit on like like those drones and
Oh,
shit."
I'm sure they can. Because
Yeah,
I mean, it's GPS. It connects to satellite
yeah. So they could be like
for
using.
position. So yeah, they could be actually. They could
I think
be.
our government was trying to say shit like that, and I'm like, "That's, I guess that could happen," you know?
It could. I just sold it today, actually.
Really? Holy shit!
Yeah, but I was going to upgrade though with
Oh, okay.
with the DJI drone, because they're just like from my research, they're pretty much just like the best,
Yeah.
the best private drones that you can get, pretty much. But anyway, Huawei, whatever, they were making cell phones. They got banned from being sold in the US because of the backdoor to China through the software and shit. And they were being on YouTube channels left and right of product reviewers unboxing people. Like, they're like, oh my god, this is the best phone out right now. Like, the camera on this shit is fantastic. They were just being left and right, like, just praised.
Yeah.
Even like with the iPhones, like on par with the iPhones, pretty much. And then they got banned, and I'm like, ha.
Yeah.
I was even debating one.
I
I was
remember
debating
like
one, but I
remember,
didn't.
I think I might have posted about that like a while ago where it was like like the government like was like installing like cameras and like like security equipment that was like made in China, and they're all like, "Oh shit, we shouldn't be doing this." Like at like government facilities and shit. Like they
Oh
could,
my god,
yeah,
that's
they're like, "Oh,
crazy.
yeah," they're like, "Oh, they could easily be just like monitoring us with this stuff."
It's funny because fucking Huawei or whatever is Shenzhen, China too. I didn't even put that together that DJI was actually a Chinese technology company. I had no idea.
I only knew it because I saw my parents were watching Fox News, and it was on Fox News.
Of course, yep. Why wouldn't it be?
Yep.
That's crazy. I mean, I guess I don't care if they track my drone. Like,
They-
would I care about that?
They got detailed views of your house, Bryce, and everything.
Yep.
Oh
they're-
yeah, I don't think it can. I don't think it's capable of like sending like it. Cause the one that I had records in 4K raw.
Yeah.
So there's no way it was transmitting shit to a satellite with what it
Yeah.
had.
Yeah, you're probably right. You
It's
never
through
know.
the 5G, dude. It's through the fucking 5G.
Yep.
Oh my god! Now I got cancer and fucking China
What?
knows where I am.
Yeah, when you take that coronavirus vaccine and the 5G starts coming out of you or whatever.
Oh my god!
Didn't I
Can't
put
wait.
did I post that that meme picture or whatever?
Probably a while ago.
I don't know. I can't remember. Something ridiculous like that.
Oh my god. Man, we're not racist against the Chinese, but the Chinese government is
It's
just like
yeah, it's the government. What it is.
it is like it's Russia on it's Russia but with money.
It's not even that. It's like with like structure.
Yeah.
Like
They know how to play capitalist like fiddles pretty much. China does.
yeah.
Because they got their hand in all of our manufacturing and everything. It's like it's nuts. We're too dependent on China, is what we're learning. But companies love that
figured out-
market share that they have.
They like to figure out successful business models for like every kind of business and just like milking it.
Yep. Yep. So
for cheaper than anybody else.
right. Because they treat their citizens like shit. They got the slave labor
Pretty
and all
much.
that child labor and shit like that. And they're just like,
And they had
I
like
don't
that.
know.
They had the whole like social credit score shit where they're like, oh, be like follow like if you like be like a good citizen, you like have a good high social credit score and people will like you and like hire you and stuff.
No, and it's also like you can't leave the country if your social credit score is so low.
Yep.
You can't like go on vacation to outside of China.
Pretty much just like buy the people.
God, that's crazy.
They're like, oh, if you just be a good citizen, everyone will like you and the government will like you.
Yep. I did mention Pokemon Unite. That's going to be a Dota like MOBA, but on your cell phone.
Yep.
So
and it's gonna have where it's gonna have like catching Pokemon involved in it too.
And Switch. I think it's mobile and Switch. But Pokemon Company partnered with Tencent for it, and I'm like, oh my god, it's happening! Like,
yep.
Okay, let's do Pokemon Go. Who owns that? Because if that's China, they know everything.
Oh, I'm sure they do. Oh, it's what is it?
Niantic.
Yeah, I think that's the company. I don't know. Maybe it is.
Headquarters in San Francisco, Cal.
Oh, maybe not then. I don't know.
Yeah, software development company based in San Francisco. Okay, yeah, that's good. I like that.
Oh, maybe.
It's a privately held company though.
Oh,
I don't know. Could be Vivendi or Tencent behind those. Didn't I see a movie? I think I recently saw a movie in theaters where it said like it was for the movie I was watching, or one of the trailers where it said like Tencent Studios or something.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, what?
I've watched movies that had that before. I can't remember where, but
get that shit out of here.
Earth, did they?
Oh, maybe that was it.
I don't know if they did that one or if they did a different one I watched, but it could have been.
Was it Rambo Last Blood? Was that like paid for by China?
Oh Jesus. God. I don't know.
Let me see. The Wandering Earth. One of the worst movies I've ever seen, but
oh god.
Production company China Film Group Corporation. Well, that sounds obvious. That sounds obviously government.
It says Tencent Pictures did Venom.
It's a state-owned film enterprise.
It says Venom, Terminator, Dark Fate,
Terminator Dark Fate. Then
and Top Gun Maverick. It says oh, that's right. That's the one that got censored by
really,
yeah. There was stuff in Top Gun Maverick, like the new Top Gun movie. That was the one that was sparking that whole like thing in Congress where they were trying to pass shit because they like censorship for China.
Is it called Vivendi Studios or what is it?
Oh, it's just Tencent Pictures.
Oh, I keep mixing them up because they're the same fucking thing.
But
so yeah, it must have been Terminator Dark Fate where I saw
said
that.
like I think some of the patches on his jacket they like took one of the flags off of it or something like that to like censor for China, and there was like some other shit.
Yeah, they did Warcraft.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they did.
Yeah, I remember that. Kong Skull Island, Wonder Woman. Oh, so Jesus. We've seen it a lot.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, it's happening.
Shanghai Fortress, that's one of them I've seen before.
Top Gun Maverick is one of the most American movies to ever exist.
Exactly.
and they are part of it, and they even censored part of it.
Oh, that was what it was. I remember it wasn't that they were gonna make it so that if you wanted to make a movie where like you had like the military like either consult or like do stuff in the movie, you couldn't like censor anything for China or something like that was part of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh shit.
What? So they wanted all military communications in a fictional movie not be censored for China.
So pretty much if you're like consulting with the military on a movie, like you pretty much can't censor the movie for China or they won't want you to do it, is what it was they were trying to do. They won't like help you. So because I guess Top Gun like consulted with the military for the movie, I think, or something like that.
Oh, I'm sure they did. Oh, I keep trying to push my push to talk, but it's not even on.
It was something like that. All I know is I was just like, government's trying to say fuck you, China again.
Right. Fuck. Goddamn China, man. I'm telling you.
We went off on this 20-minute China tangent or something.
Well, yeah, I mean it's big right now because with the Pokemon Unite, they put emphasis on Tencent partnering with them.
Yeah.
And it sucks. But anyway, Pokemon will be a mobile game where China will steal your information if you want to play that. Microsoft is closing nearly all of its retail stores, which they strategically placed near Apple stores. And
I mean, are Apple stores literally only open for like iPhones, or like I don't understand like what they're even.
What are you talking about? They have computers, tablets, and smartwatches.
They've released new computers and shit lately. I haven't heard anything about any of them.
What? Yeah, they're constantly releasing Apple products.
The last thing I saw was they're like,
tablets.
We made like a new desktop computer not that long ago, but I haven't heard anything about a tablet or a laptop lately.
What?
Where are you hearing anything about them releasing new shit? I don't see anything about it ever.
Hold on, let me look it up now. God damn it, Ross.
I only hear about phones, so I don't know like what they've been doing at all.
They release everything all the time. Products, let's see here. The Macintosh was introduced in 2008 was the last one. iPod discontinued in 2017. iPhone still going, of course. iPad. Last one was 2017, but it's not discontinued.
So what you're saying is
Apple Watch is still going. Apple TV is current. They have HomePod, which is their Alexa shit. That's still going.
I don't know. Based on what you're saying, it sounds like it's probably Apple Watch and iPhone that's just holding most of their fucking market share right now.
Well, they're doing iPads still.
Well, yeah, but who the hell's buying an iPad that's like the same thing that you bought like 3 years ago, except a new generation? Like I don't see a lot of that probably happening unless they're literally changing it a lot.
Let me see. I'm checking to see if they're still making computers.
I could have swore they just had like a new like desktop one like that they were advertising not that long ago.
Oh, they still do. Oh, they still have operating systems.
Yeah, I haven't heard much about that either. When was their last operating system?
I have no idea. They call them weird fucking names now.
I'm pretty sure that new
Yeah, they're releasing another Mac with Apple Silicon. I guess that's another. I guess that's one of the OSs.
technically it's ARM based, so it's not really Apple Silicon because that's developed by ARM. It's just that they're making their own chips based off that architecture now. So have they done any real R&D on it? Not.
Yeah, companies usually don't. Let me just look at the Apple website and see what products they have. Yeah, they're still making Airs and MacBook Pros. Are they still making Mac Pros?
I guess.
Anyway, they're still making products.
Well, of course they are, but it seems like a lot of what I've seen lately is it'll be like, oh, get the iPad 7th gen, and
Yeah,
it's
they
like,
have a PC.
okay. It's
So, yeah,
like
they have a Mac Pro.
they make like very small changes.
Macs?
Yeah.
I mean, I've owned Mac products before, and they have been some of the best products that I've owned. Like my iPhone 4S.
Hey, you got that?
Still the best phone I've ever had.
Did you get that new? Did you get that new Mac that
iPad.
has the power of like a PS4, but it costs like the price of a Tesla or whatever?
What is that?
Never mind.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It was a joke.
Oh, okay, they're still making iMacs.
I'm saying that
Yeah,
they're
they got
like
plenty of shit.
they're still like behind in like how like powerful things are because they like charge so much for everything.
I mean, this iMac Pro has up to 18 core Xeon processor, up turbo boost up to 4.5 gigahertz apparently.
Isn't the Xenon processor, isn't that like old shit?
I don't know. Does your computer got 18 cores? They're using a Radeon Pro Vega. Up to 12 teraflops single precision.
How much does that
16
cost you?
gigabytes high bandwidth memory.
How much does that cost you?
Oh, dude, let me see. It doesn't even have a price.
And
It's one of those websites where you have to call for a quote.
and how much do I have to? And can I upgrade it at all? Oh well, no.
Oh my god, Mac makes good fucking products though. But you pay for it.
Yeah, I was gonna say
I had a MacBook for a day.
Mac's
and
like
that was a great laptop.
Mac's like the opposite business model of China, but somehow they like succeed because like capitalist people want
5,000.
capitalists want to show their wealth. So
Yeah, 5,000 is iMac Pro. I don't know. People who do media shit. They used to like Apple used to be the thing for media.
Yeah, I know that. And I'm guessing there's still a lot of people that are like hardcore that reasoning. I guess.
No, well, with I think rendering. I don't think Apple could keep up with rendering anymore because now people like with how crazy it's gotten, people have like dual 2080 ties just to like reduce rendering times for shit.
Yeah.
Like so they have to use PCs and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. I do want to go back to.
But I can create rap beats with my iPhone, and then
Yeah,
I'll be successful.
I do want to get and I do want an iPhone and Apple Watch, but just like changing to it is too much. Like if I can't have Google Chrome on it, I'm not gonna bother because it's like
Wait, what
Google
did they
Chrome.
do they still
it-
have like some weird Safari like browser, or did they like change
Oh,
it?
I'm sure, 100% they do. I don't even know if you could download Chrome.
They probably like
but
rebranded it to something else by now, but
the Chrome for my PC and my phone is the same. So all my bookmarks, saved passwords,
yeah, because you just log
history,
into your
everything, they're linked.
you just log into your Google account and then you just got it all or
Yep.
whatever.
And it's the most convenient thing I've ever had, like when dealing with cell phones.
Yeah.
But Apple makes good products, but they're stupid overpriced. Just because you buy it in aluminum.
And I remember like when one of my brothers had like an Apple product, I remember like the like activation was more annoying for it than like with a normal phone, like a normal Android. Because I remember like the Android ones, I was able to just like call a number and like activate it, and then that one is like, oh, yeah, we can't like automatedly activate it. You got to like manually have it done or something. And it was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's kind of weird. They probably just want to make sure it's not stolen.
It might have been a security thing, which is kind of weird. And I was like, okay.
Because it's one of those brands, like expensive brands that people
What do you mean?
want
What do you
as
mean?
status symbols.
What do you mean they could just shut them off now? Remember when people were looting them or whatever? They're like, yeah, that's like deactivated and then it's being tracked right now. And it's like, oh shit.
That's funny.
I remember when they were saying that. I don't know if that whatever all came of that, but
Probably nothing. I mean, where were they when my iPhone 4S got stolen at a party?
exactly.
Like,
There
where
you
the
go.
fuck were they then? Oh, because I didn't download that stupid fucking Find My iPhone app.
Well, and you
That,
had
like,
already
you can activate it remotely and it shows you where it is and everything.
and
I
you had
never did
already
that.
yeah, you had already paid for the phone, so they don't care.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't even call Apple actually. I remember because someone told me they thought who it was and they saw it, but they wouldn't tell me where they lived because I was gonna go over there and get my phone back, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
I called the cops actually, and they're like, yeah, people told me this guy did it. Took it from the party, saw him leave, blah blah blah. He's got my phone, and they're like, we can't do anything.
I'd be like, so
And it's like, well, first off, you go and tase them, and then I get my phone back.
well,
And they're like,
well, based on like, did you tell them that he was like not white? Because then they probably would have went and got it for you.
no, I didn't. I should have.
I'm just trolling,
pretty
but
much said they can't do anything about it. Like, they can't, like, even if you saw him take it, it's like they can't do anything about it if they can't find it.
yet
And if he doesn't let them search, they can't search. So
Yet
it was gone.
Yet they'll pull someone over in a vehicle just because they think he somewhat looks like a description of somebody.
Never saw that guy again at a party. I remember that because I looked for him.
Well, yeah, because he knew he was KOS.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus.
Pretty much.
He probably has a guy at the police department that just like told him, "Don't dude, there's someone on you."
When you get your phone stolen and you're like, I have to go get a new phone now, like tomorrow, and start from scratch. Everything was like, actually the first picture I took from Thor was on that phone, but luckily I had backed it up or emailed it to myself or whatever, so I still have that photo.
Oh yeah.
But I was torn up. Like everything was like pictures gone, phone numbers gone. You have to start from scratch.
It's one of them things
and
where
I'm like, if I see this guy, like, I don't even need confirmation that he stole my phone.
Mhm.
Like, it is on site. Because it is so fucking stupid losing a phone and having to start from scratch.
It's one of them things where I wish that there was a way where like you could like ID yourself like to like Apple and just like say brick the phone and then just dead.
Well, I'm pretty sure I had it locked.
Yeah, which
I'm pretty sure. Like, I don't like, this guy isn't smart enough to get into it. I think I had it on like special pattern lock or some shit. But it was funny because the dude that they said that did it was the dude that I almost got in a fight with, like, earlier, because he was doing stuff to trying to do stuff with one of my female friends and wasn't taking a hint, like he was being aggressive.
Yeah.
And you know, I stepped in at that point because she was like,
Yeah.
she was quiet and affected by it and just like trying to get away from the situation. So I stepped in, and then he got super mad at me, and I'm just sitting there, and you know, like you could blow off all the steam you want. You gonna send it my way or what? Are we gonna do this or what? And then he like walked away, and then later on someone's like, yeah, that guy took your phone. I'm like, how the fuck do you know it was my phone to begin with? Like, who told him that? Point them out. Like, I'm like, so the dude got mad at me, apparently went downstairs where I thought he had left to where my phone was playing the music. He grabbed my phone and apparently left the party. So and then by the time I got downstairs, I'm like, where's my phone? Because a new phone was plugged in playing music. They're like, oh, yeah, oh, some guy took it. And it's like, what? Like, the music stopped. Like, how? How'd you let this happen? Like, I learned my lesson that night. That was stupid, and I was very drunk. Anyway, lessons learned. I'm pretty sure I've talked about that on the podcast before, but that dude is on site. I still remember what he looks like. I'll never forget that face. He looks like a fuck boy.
Oh,
that's all I remember. He looks like a fuck boy. Man. Yep. So Microsoft closing all of its retail stores, it's not a big deal because I don't think they ever cared about them to begin with.
Pretty much.
It was kind of like the Green Party and the Libertarian Party. They don't actually do anything other than take a little bit of the votes away from the other party.
Oh, Jesus.
From the main parties, yeah. So they were just there to take a little bit away from Apple and work as market, I'm sure. It's like advertisement. Joel Schumacher passed away, director, Batman Forever, and Batman and Robin. That's unfortunate. That's very unfortunate. I wanted to bring that up because Batman Forever is like underrated. It's the one with Two-Face and Riddler.
Yep.
And I mean, it's not Val Kilmer Batman, which is the best Batman. We know this is factual. Who am I kidding? The newest Batmans.
I was gonna say Batman Forever.
Christian Bale Batman, Christopher Nolan Batmans are
Batman Forever is Val Kilmer though.
Top tier.
I'm confused.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. That's it. So this is the best one. What was I thinking then?
Yeah, I was just like, huh?
Batman Forever.
5 ever.
What, did Val Kilmer only do one?
I believe so.
He replaced Keaton and then got replaced by fucking George Clooney.
Something like
in the
that,
next
yeah.
With the nipples. Yep.
He wasn't in. So Val Kilmer wasn't Batman and Robin?
They kept the Robin guy or whatever as the same dude or whatever. Didn't they or something like that?
Chris O'Donnell?
Yeah, I think he was in both of them if I remember correctly.
Oh.
Maybe that's why you were kind of like, eh. I want to say he's in both of them. I'll check quick.
He is. He is. He's got to be because I remember it. Because remember he's in the Trampese show.
He gotta be. Let's
but then
here.
in Batman and Robin, he's like, I got a bike.
Does it have the same Alfred dude too? Because maybe they carried over stuff.
The same what dude?
Alfred. I'm gonna take a look here quick. Yeah, I think it is.
Oh, I'm sure they tried to keep as many as they could.
Yep, same guy.
God damn, what a good fucking Batman. What a good fucking Batman. It's unfortunate that Joel Schumacher passed away. He did Tigerland 2 and The Lost Boys and Flatliners, which are very popular movies. Tigerland is dope. That's a Vietnam War one that made Colin Farrell's career. Yeah. It's really good fucking Vietnam movie. It's one of the It's probably my favorite Vietnam movie, but it's one of like the most like underrated ones. Like I don't think many people even watch that movie.
Yeah, I've heard of it. I don't know if I've seen it.
Yeah, it's it sucks that he passed away. I wonder what the last film he made was.
Is it sad if when he like died, I like was like, wait, is that I was like, wait, is that the dude that did this movie? Then I looked and I'm like, no, that's Jerry Bruckheimer or whatever. I'm like, oh yeah, that's a different guy. I was all like,
Yeah, Bruckheimer's still alive.
yeah.
No, Schumacher, he just made them. He made some good stuff. He made some careers. Colin Farrell, Matthew McConaughey, Kiefer Sutherland, shit like that. Made some careers. He did the number 23 with Jim Carrey, that really weird one
Yeah.
where just it made you paranoid and made you find the number 23 in everything, just like the character in the movie. And speaking of the Batmans, Michael Keaton is what is it? He's in talks to return for like a Flash movie or something as Batman, right?
Yeah, it's some sort of Flash movie. I don't know. I almost thought they said it was going to be some sort of like movie with like, I'm guessing it's going to have like a Flashpoint type thing, but who knows?
Yeah, it's based on the Flash.
Older Batman, yeah.
Yeah, so he'll be obviously.
Wait,
an older one.
Firepoint?
The Flashpoint paradox.
Oh, Flashpoint is
It's somewhere.
that's the best.
The shit
That's
where
like one of the best ones, right?
The shit where he like changes the timeline kind of shit and fucks
Yeah.
shit up.
Yeah, where they're like, "Oh, you so fast, vibrate in place." Yeah, to change time.
Yep.
he can like fuck.
Oh
with
yeah,
time,
and it's Batman's dad, right?
Thomas Wayne. Yep.
the one, that
Yeah,
is-
Bruce died, and Thomas is like an alcoholic Batman or whatever.
they made like another thing, like a second thing like that, but
Wait, yeah, it wasn't Aquaman evil and Superman was evil?
there was like they were fighting each other
Superman
and
was,
shit.
like, locked up or some shit.
Yeah, Superman. The government like had him locked up in some facility or some shit, so he like wasn't in the sun, so he was all fucking like. Ugh.
Oh yeah, we watched we watched the cartoon version of that, didn't we?
Yeah,
with the war against Aquaman or whatever.
it was.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. So I'm shipping that. I'm okay with that because Flashpoint is some of the best DC shit they've ever made. Because DC, because like Marvel has a cinematic universe, which is like they win for movies like tenfold, but
Yep.
DC animated wins the animated like tenfold. Like the Red Hood, the Killing Joke, Flashpoint. They take the cake. DC does for animated.
Oh yeah, I mean they had even the Justice League stuff was just fucking great.
Yeah, because a lot of I think it's because DC's superheroes are not grounded in reality as much as like Marvel heroes can be.
Marvels are way like it seems like their comic stuff is just either they did it like over the years or like they were just way easier to like adapt to like a movie, I guess.
Yeah, because they've been doing Marvel movies for like a long time.
And that could be on purpose though, because like Marvel might have focused more on like making the comics more reality based, like and how like people relate to the characters and stuff.
And DC's like, fuck, we have the Flash, fuck, we have Superman, fuck. But I mean, I think that's why like the Batman movies have been so successful.
They're like,
let's
try to make Superman like this super like we'll make him like want to be like what would they say in the movie? They're like he's more human than any of us or something like that. But then it's like, but also he's like invincible.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like they have to like introduce Superman's weakness into every single plot that he's in.
Yep, pretty much.
otherwise he solves plot.
Or have someone who could somehow like cause him damage, and it's like, well, okay. Yeah. What happened?
I just talking like I just want to talk about like Superman, like his weakness being introduced into everything.
Yeah, pretty much. Are you looking something up?
Yeah, I'm trying to look something up. Like what? It's always something. It's like, oh, is Superman here? Oh, well, we already had the kryptonite. Might as well use it.
Pretty fucking.
It's like And it's like, oh fuck, I guess they stand a chance. The villain stands a chance now because Superman's weakness is there.
But the problem is, it doesn't even like kill him right away. Like in the one cartoon thing, they like shot him with kryptonite bullets, and they were just like slowly killing him because he like poisons him. So it's like, okay.
Who does that?
Like he got shot with kryptonite bullets, but they didn't like even kill him right away. They like just slowly kill him.
Oh, right. Yeah, didn't they? It wasn't like Batman v Superman. Like, what was his like deal with the gas rather than using kryptonite bullets?
That was like, I don't know what that was all about. It seemed like bullets would have been like simpler unless he didn't think it would work somehow.
Yeah, because I remember like there was something. I think Batman said something like how a bullet wouldn't work, but in the cartoon, Batman Beyond, Bruce Wayne has a kryptonite bullet in case Superman goes ape shit.
Maybe a bullet wouldn't work now that I'm thinking about it. Like,
well, he's faster than a bullet, but if you sneak up behind him and go gat, bitch, like he done.
But technically, couldn't he have just gassed him the first time and then shot him with any bullet? Or even a kryptonite bullet? I guess I don't get it. You know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah. I'm not 100% what their logic was, because in the movie he uses like fucking gas grenades.
Because it's like, is it like it won't hold up as a bullet, or is it like that the bullet's going so fast that like it won't
weaken him enough to penetrate?
Yeah, exactly. But or something like that. Because then it's like, well, then hit him with the gas, so he's weakened already. Then shoot him with the bullet. Then there you go, voila, win.
Yeah, well, because he was gonna kill, he was gonna straight up kill him. Batman was,
but he was gonna use a fucking like spear to do it.
Well, he used the gas grenades because Superman just walks at everything because he thinks he's capable of like just being immune to it. But then when he shoots him with the gas grenade of kryptonite, he's like, oh shit, this is different. And then, of course, Batman again eventually gains the upper hand. He has the kryptonite spear ready to stab a weak Superman. And he's like, mommy. And he's like, wait, did you say mommy?
Yeah, we're going to kill Martha. Or he says, I don't know what the hell he says.
Yeah. Well, he says his mom's name, and they have the same mom's name.
Yeah. Something like that. I don't know. I always forget the line he says, and I'm like, whatever.
Yeah, save Martha or something.
Something about, yeah.
That's so stupid. Oh, you're completely okay now. You're a weapon of mass destruction. You're okay now. Our moms have the same name. A lot of that movie was fucking stupid, but there was a movie in there, and Batman was the best part of that movie. Old PTSD Batman is great. What if there's like never mind. But okay, let's move on from this DC stuff.
Yep.
That's like, we could do a whole episode on complaining about that or talking it up.
I'll have some like nerd guy listening and I'm like, you're wrong about that. This is what this means. And no, just kidding.
Yeah, he can lift 20 suns.
Oh god.
He's not weak. What's the next one you got, Ross, for movies?
What, Jurassic Park? Is that what we're talking about? Jurassic Park was #1 movie in America with over 500,000 in sales. Apparently, it was Jurassic Park against Jaws for the top spot.
Of course. At
least that's what I think I saw, and I was like laughing.
Jurassic Park is going to fucking win, okay? Like, we know this because Jurassic Park is really the top.
I guess that's like their whole like, oh, there isn't very many people going to the theaters, so we're gonna like just like, and people don't want to release any new movies right now, so like, we'll just show old movies.
Dude, if you go on Box Office Mojo, you can see exactly when the shutdown started. Oh, they even have it under the dates: COVID-19 pandemic.
So what I wanted to know is, was the Sonic movie out of theaters yet before COVID hit? Or was
Yes.
it was out?
Yes. It was like in February or some shit.
Okay. Well, that doesn't necessarily mean it was out when it started.
Let's see.
I was just wondering if it got a full theatrical run or if it got cut short. I guess is what I was trying to figure out.
It was released February 14th. It
that-
was in release for 19 weeks. So yeah, it was released during.
So that
So
means
it was out during it.
But they said they're making another one, and it made a decent amount of money. So I can just imagine if
Yeah, 306 mil.
you think, well, like just imagine it probably would have went 400 to 500 or more, if it wouldn't have had to worry about COVID. Possibly.
It could have. It is a good kids movie. It is a shit adult movie.
At least a minimum of another 50 mil,
Yeah.
you'd think.
Yeah, if you look at Box Office Mojo, though, you're just seeing tens of millions, and then as soon as you get like to March 12th is where it first starts with the COVID-19 pandemic. There's like a couple jumps, but then March 16th, it goes down to 3 million, then to 1 million, then 200,000, 100,000 to $173
Yeah, there you go.
over the course of a week.
Because there was a point where it just all shut down.
Yep, and then you're seeing, like, listen to this: $24, $192, $471, $582, $141.
What the fuck theaters were open? That's what
It was something in the South, probably.
like a drive-in or something.
It actually could be a drive-in, actually.
But it's like there's one in the country open, so it's got like $100 some for the sales.
Let me see if there is a drive-in theater for Minnesota, because I would like to do that.
I know we used to be at least one. I don't know.
There's one in Long Prairie, Litchfield, and
the
Lake
Litchfield
Elmo.
one. That's the one I heard of.
The Starlight Drive-In Theater.
Wasn't
That
our
would be
mall?
awesome.
Wasn't our mall showing like a movie in the parking lot or something?
I have no idea. Possibly.
Thought I heard something about that.
I would like to go to a drive-in theater. That would be cool.
Yeah.
Because I don't think I've ever experienced it. How do you do the sound? Like, didn't they used to have like speakers next to your car?
Yeah, I know old school. You used to like take like a speaker thing and put like hook it onto your like door or something like that, or either that or it was like you park next to it. One of the two.
You know what would be awesome? If they had the outdoor theater, but then they say tune into this radio station, and it's the movie audio playing on the radio station.
See, now that's too smart for them to figure.
Yeah, so yeah, I think we should start a drive-in movie theater.
I mean,
we would make no money.
Then some like, I don't have a radio in my car, and I'd be like, what the fuck?
I'm looking at these pictures on Google, and there's like, let me see here. Where's the picture of the cars? Oh, there's a handful. There's like 20 people there, or something like that. There's a little bit, but then like you get to the point where you can't park like at a good spot to view the screen. So it's like, ugh.
Yeah.
But yeah, it would be a cool experience, though, especially during this time. The numbers are slowly starting to creep back up, though, for movies like 70,000, a few 100,000, 55,000. Like they're starting to jump back up, which is pretty crazy.
Yeah, because I know some places they're open. Like I think is ours open or not?
No, Marcus Theater is still closed.
Oh, really? Even though they're allowed to be open right now?
Yeah, they're still closed. I already looked because I was just checking. I wasn't gonna go, but I was checking because there's nothing out.
Ah, that's true.
Like they're just like.
Well, they could have showed the old movies like everybody
actually I do want to see Jurassic Park in theaters. Don't get me wrong. If I had known that was going on and it was here, I probably would have considered it. But ours is closed, I believe.
Yeah, you're probably right.
It's just a bunch of re-releases and shit right now they're doing anyway, because none of the new stuff is coming out. Our theater is currently closed. However, we are making plans to reopen soon.
Oh, there you go.
Click here for a complete list of theater openings and what to expect on your first visit back.
They're probably waiting for them to be up to at least half capacity or whatever before they even think it's worth it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then we're doing spiking in cases.
We're not
Again.
we're not even close to as bad as like most places though, luckily.
Our state, no, because our governor has been trying.
And they said like the death rate in our state is really fucking low too.
We're
which
at
which is good.
Let me see. They had a website for it. I think we're still. Yeah, we have not breached 1,500 deaths yet.
Yep, and they said we've almost had a full week of like under 10 deaths a day or something like that. Like I think the other day we only had 5.
Mm-hmm.
Which is pretty darn good.
You can see that St. Cloud and like the surrounding area doesn't really even have any cases.
Then you have, what was it, Florida that had like I think like the other day had like 9,000 new cases in like a day or something like that.
Well, that's Florida, dude.
And it was just like, Jesus Christ.
Well, those are lost causes.
Well, yeah, they didn't close down at all, I don't think, really. Florida, if they did, it was a little bit.
6. Well, those states are also underreporting right now too.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
There's no doubt Florida and shit and Arizona and conservative states. There's no doubt they're underreporting.
Florida's the one where they had the one chick design the website for the reporting of the stuff, and then like they wanted her to like fudge the numbers or do like make the numbers misleading or something, and she wouldn't do it, so they fired her. And then she made her own website reporting the real numbers.
Mm-hmm. We're currently at 484,249 deaths globally. This is with countries not even reporting, like Asia. Asia add another 100,000 deaths a minimum. We're easily over 500,000 deaths.
Oh, and any China number is fucking just a lie.
Well, yeah, they say they've only had 19,651 deaths, and the Americas have had 233,000.
Mm-hmm.
Asia has double what we had. Add another 400,000. We're almost at 1 million.
Because I remember they had like
100%. We're almost at 1 million.
Because I remember when they were all like when they said, "Oh, Beijing was had like cases like what was it, like 2 or 3 weeks ago or like a week, I don't know however long ago it was." They're like, "Oh, there's only like a few cases. They're gonna take like precautions." Then it showed like video footage of them like loading people onto buses and shit with people in like hazard suits and shit. And then they're like, "Oh, this looks way worse than what they're saying," and shit like that.
Damn, yep. Of course.
Fucking like just lying.
And there's a lot of countries that aren't like probably not capable of reporting or just not. I mean, especially like developing nations and stuff.
Some of them, if they're like third world, they might not even like know that it's like something other than something else that could have killed somebody that they're used to.
Right. Russia would definitely be underreporting too. Their number would have to be lower than the US probably. Although I'm seeing 620,000 confirmed cases.
Yeah, Russia at first they were kind of tight about it, but they've been more open about their stuff now.
Because we've had 2.5 million reported cases. So Russia's definitely underreporting too.
Well, I'm sure they just haven't tested people, Russia.
Trump is literally publicly trying to get us to underreport too.
Yeah, he wants us
to like slow down testing. We need to stop.
Yep.
And it's like
it's pretty
Trump,
much like he's like, "Oh, let's just be ignorant to what the real number is, like cuz like we're the only one who's going to know the real like severity of the whole issue," is kind of like almost what he's saying. And it's like, god dang it.
New York has 24,000 deaths.
Yeah.
Like, ugh. It's crazy looking at all these dots, especially in the South. Like there's dots everywhere. Every single like county has dots.
I think it's funny, like idiots in our state that wanted to like oust our governor, and then it's just all like you look at like our state opening up, and we're like having like way less like problems than all these other places, and it's like maybe you guys were stupid.
I mean, they fucked us.
Well,
I mean, conservatives and these deniers fucked us and fucked themselves. They're killing their own voter base. We've talked about this. They're willing to sacrifice the non-working class to keep things moving. That's what our government is about right now, and that's very unfortunate. But well, I mean, we'll just keep on, you know.
And then you got Donald Trump trying to make the Supreme Court strike down Obamacare like during a pandemic. So.
Oh yeah, because he knows what is it going to cost him?
Well, it's just,
it's crazy.
I honestly think like because they said that like if the election was held like today, he would probably lose because of like Corona or some shit. But so I was like, well, maybe he thinks there's like actually a chance he could lose, so he's just trying to like do all this shit before, like just in case.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, I heard.
So he's like, oh, I got to get rid of Obamacare. I got to do this. I got to do that.
Yeah, I heard something where he didn't actually have like a plan for like his next term. Like apparently, like he couldn't say what he was going to do his next term. Like he didn't have a plan.
Well, yeah, what's he gonna do? Like, remember
like
it was
he didn't expect to be reelected.
Remember he was like, "Keep America great," and it's like, so you're not gonna do anything else then? Okay.
Yeah, you're just gonna kill hundreds of thousands, potentially millions of people.
Yep.
And then just peace out. There after he's done being president, there better be justice. There better be.
Well,
or someone's gonna seek out justice. There's no way they're letting this slide.
Why didn't they get rid of that guy who was investigating him anyways? So,
like, well, yeah, that's all they're doing. Like, I was having a huge, not like really a huge argument, but I was arguing with conservatives over Discord last night, and these are people who were, they were talking about driving into protesters with their bush guard, which they termed like,
oh god,
they termed it as like the N-word scraper or something.
What the fuck?
And yeah, and they were what else did they say? They're like, if a protester gets near me, like I'm gonna shoot him, that kind of thing. They're from a southern state, of course. Geez. I think they were from like they were from West Virginia, and I'm like, oh, country roads take you home, I guess, and keep you there, because we don't want you. But I was arguing with these conservatives, and I was like, we were talking about
West
socialism
Virginia,
and everything.
West Virginia, one of the states that like was denying they even had coronavirus cases for the first while.
Oh yeah, they're not reporting it still.
Yeah,
and under-reporting it because the official like markers for like the cases like are almost non-existent in West Virginia, which means they're lying.
Because I remember at first, like Fox News, like came out and said, "Oh, West Virginia's fine," like and stuff like that. Then all of a sudden there was like things online of people saying, like, my husband had coronavirus and they wouldn't admit it was coronavirus, so like we couldn't get like the treatment he needed and shit like that. And I was just like, oh my god, like how that just seems like the biggest lawsuit in the fucking world you could have.
Mm-hmm.
So. Yeah, I was arguing with these people like the Lions in the Lions Den. I was arguing in the Lions Den, and it's incredible how these people think. It ended up talking about socialism, and I had to explain to them what socialism is. I got some of them to agree with me on a bunch of stuff. Some of them they couldn't handle, like universal health care. They're like, I'm not paying for that, and I'm like, what are you paying now? All right, I'm only paying $20 a month or something. I'm like, okay, like, what, like you wouldn't pay 25 or something? And I'm like, who do you think's paying for this? Where do you think this money's come from? And they're like, I don't know. It's impossible. Where's the money come from? I'm not paying for it. I sent them the links. I'm like, well, we're obviously going to tax the rich that don't pay any taxes.
Must have
And
some
like,
some fancy ass like employer
yeah,
paying
well,
your,
they're
paying their
fucking
healthcare.
they're fucking lying out their fucking ass.
Yeah,
He's on
probably.
fucking that fuck's probably on government assistance or some fucking union shit.
I'm like, I wish I could pay $20 a month for healthcare. Fuck.
Yeah, they're on. He's probably fucking union or something. Works in a at a fucking job site where he does fucking jack shit all day because he's a cunt. And gets paid for it, union wages for doing fucking nothing.
Yeah.
And listening to him talk, it's just like, you're gone. Like, you're too far gone.
Yeah.
And it wasn't heated or anything either. It was like, because I was talking to someone else and they just happened to be there, and I'm just like, you know how fucking stupid you, like, I wasn't getting this angry, but I'm just like, like I'm telling them, like, how fucking stupid you are. You're like, you're being played like a fucking fiddle, like and you're like, you don't even know it. And then we're talking, some reason Lyndon B. Johnson came up, and I gave that speech about, like, the white man looking down on, like, he's stronger than the best colored man, and
The whole giving them someone to look down on, and they'll support you forever or whatever.
Yeah, and I'm like, you can't, like, he'll empty his pockets for you.
Yep.
To give him someone to look down on. And I'm like, it's working. It's working on you. You don't even see it, that you're being played like a fool. And you're sitting here just hating black people. And it's like usually people like that with, like, fragile egos and fragile self-esteem, and
it's great because they like
weak people, weak conservatives, they usually hate black people because they probably liked a white woman in the past, but she instead chose a black guy.
Oh, Jesus.
And they couldn't handle that, so they became, like, bitter fucking racist because they thought that woman thought that black men were better than him or white people. It's like, well, maybe she just likes black people more. Like, that's fine. Like, that's a thing.
I was gonna say,
or you just have a shit personality anyway.
And then you got the conservatives are all like, they're like, let's cut education spending so we can keep our voter base,
Exactly. It's like, what's your argument for this? Like, I got some of them to agree that universal healthcare is good, but then they're like, universal college or, like, free college, not good. And I'm like, well, why the fuck is that not good? And they're like, he said, and I quote, I hope I get him on the podcast, not the racist one, but a different one. He said, I don't want them going for interpretive dance, spending our government money to learn fucking interpretive dance, and then they go out and get a job and find out they can't get a job for interpretive dance. And I'm like, your only argument is against, like, interpretive dance, like art.
God damn it.
And I'm like, what about the other extremes? So we kind of had to come up with an idea. Like, we're kind of like building on something. We're like, well, what if it wasn't federal? What if states were responsible for their free educations? What if states were responsible? But once you go through the program, through, like, an application process or however, you have to work in that state for a number of years after you go to college to, like, make it worth for them going to free college. And I'm like, that's understandable, that's okay. But I was like, but we'll get shit that happens, like, with New York and California and shit, where everybody moves there to, like, let's say they had free college. Everybody would move there from other states that are shittier to try to get free college. And then it would raise the cost of living up. And then there would be, like, disparity and poverty and all that shit. Because I was like, the southern states won't do the free college regardless. So you have states who have poor education will do even worse with education. And those people, those young people, their working class will move to these states where they have better opportunities, especially free college, but then they would be forced to live there, like, after, and work there. And I'm like, I don't know. I kind of like the idea, but there's lots of variables to it. So I'm like, why don't we just make it federal? Make everybody do it. It's like, so people aren't like moving states and shit to try to get free college and coming back. Like, we already know, I guess we already know that's flawed because people join the military just for college education.
Yeah.
Really? Some people join just to get a free college education. So it's like, we know people are willing to go to extremes just to see free college education. So I think people moving to those states would be obvious. Like, it would obviously happen. Anyway, enough on that. I don't have. I guess I wrote down that Sam Raimi was originally meant to make a Last of Us movie, but it was scrapped, and now they're making an HBO series for Last of Us.
Oh, yeah.
And HBO is really good at making hit TV shows, like Game of Thrones, Watchmen, Barry, shit like that. And Last of Us, I can almost guarantee is going to be a hit because of the themes and how dark it will be, and people like that shit. And
I don't know if it'd be my cup of tea, but it all depends on is it gonna follow the game storyline or is it gonna be like a separate storyline?
It would follow the game.
Yeah.
Same character. You didn't even play the game. What do you know?
I know.
Don't tell me anything. Don't tell me anything because I don't know anything about any of the games.
I've heard of stuff. I've heard some of the storyline stuff, and I thought it was kind of dumb. So
yeah, well, we talked about that last week. Like, it's a standard story that's been told many times.
I think it's kind
done well.
I think it's kind of like because like it's got like the whole
old man protects kid through apocalypse.
Well, it's got the Walking Dead. It's got the Walking Dead factor of like where people would start like have like their own factions and stuff and like groups, and it's like
yeah, absolutely.
And they'll have
the
like
Walking Dead game was that
like they'll have
adult protecting kid that's not his, like shit like that.
Yeah, they'll have all these groups that make their own names that they think sounds tough and shit. And
yeah, probably.
Yeah.
We're the fucking diamond cutters. It's like, what? Yeah, we cut diamonds. That's how hard we are.
Like, you just like worship DDP or some shit.
Yeah. You're just in a dark fucking building being hunted, and you just hear, it's me, it's DDP. And it's like, oh no!
You just like have a bunch of like zombie things chasing you into a building. All of a sudden, you just shut the lights off, and you're like, it's me. All of a sudden, you start just doing the diamond cutter on all of them.
Now that's a movie. That's a movie. Let me look up. What did the diamond cutter look like?
I don't even remember.
It's basically like WCW's.
Did he make the triangle with his fucking hands?
He would do
I'm
that.
Watching it on YouTube
before he'd do it. Yeah, I think he'd do the whole.
Like their version of the rock bottom.
Eddie Guerrero. Oh, yeah, he made the triangle with his hands.
Yep.
The diamond, dude.
Then he like breaks it on his. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, that was dope. Wrestling is dope.
Yep.
Yep, DDP baby. So he picks him up, flips him over his shoulder into a like an angled Stone Cold Stunner, but it's laid down. Wait, no, what was
it the rock bottom?
No, rock bottom's the spear. What's the one where he grabs him by the head and drops on his butt?
That's
the Stone Cold Stunner, right?
It's somewhat like a stunner, I think. Yeah.
Let me look up the Stone Cold Stunner now.
Dude.
The RKO, yeah.
It's YouTube RKO without a run and start, you know.
First thing that pops up is the top 10 Cold Stone Stunners, baby. And I think I saw the fucking McMahon kid on there.
Oh god.
What's the kid's name?
Matt, dude.
Number 10 is Kurt Angle. Okay, yeah, so it's like, so the diamond cutter was like a weird laid down angled Stone Cold Stunner.
Yeah, it was a little bit
but he was first. Yeah, before, he was first before my man. Stone Cold fucking Steve Austin was my dude.
Oh jeez.
Yeah, that's right. And I don't drink domestics after watching him, so I came out right. or get domestics.
Yeah, I was gonna say what the fuck.
Anyway, does anybody have anything else they want to say? Chris did play. He's playing Last of Us 2, played it, probably already beat it, and he said it's absolutely incredible. I can't wait. I can't wait to play it.
Like I said, I watched someone play it for 5 minutes,
And you got hard.
and it looked like every other game I've ever seen that like is in
No,
that
you
genre,
haven't.
so.
You haven't seen any game.
I've heard
You
they
don't play games anymore,
sold out the narrative strength for just violence.
Well, no,
which is fine.
Here's what I saw. I saw somebody with like a backpack on their back with like weapons on it, so it was like PUBG looking. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And the guy was sneaking around, which apparently sneak must be OP in this game because he just snuck up to everybody and just executed them.
Oh,
Like when I was
yeah.
watching. So so the whole time he would just sneak up to somebody, execute them, and then if somebody was far enough away, he'd just pull out his gun and pop their head, and then he'd go to the next person. And I'm just like, and then he had like a follower person with him, so it was kind of like how God of War, you have your little kid with you or whatever. It was kind of like that. You had a follower person with you, and I was watching the game, and I'm like, well, that's it. And I'm like, okay, cool.
I'm sure you can do it.
And then
play it in
someone's like,
different
oh,
ways.
well, there's a story, and I'm like, okay, yeah, but you're okay.
Yeah, I'm sure there's different ways that you could play. You could play it stealth or probably run and gun if you wanted to.
From what I was hearing from a lot of people,
it's a very narrative.
From what I was hearing from people, if you try to just run and gun, you like pretty much just fail.
Oh, I kind of like that.
But I'm not 100% sure if maybe the person just isn't good at the game. But I don't know. Even though I heard a thing that claimed the game's supposed to be like super accessible to people who like aren't like super great at those kind of games, but I don't know.
It's possible. I haven't seen it because I'm not watching any gameplay because I want to play it. I've never seen The Last of Us played. I don't know the story, although I think it's I think it's guy protecting kid through apocalypse. That's all I know about it.
I straight up know that. I'm like, all I know is that there's like, yeah, something like that, and then there's just like some certain groups of people that are like in their own groups or whatever. And I guess there must be fighting. There must be fighting between these groups. It seems like
standard issue post-apocalyptic shit. 100%.
Yeah.
100%. That's always in every single apocalyptic shit. There's always a group of bad people, maybe even multiple groups of bad people. That's just how it works.
Yeah.
We need to make a post-apocalyptic movie where there's like democracy.
Oh,
and people get by with democracy, and there's no bad people, no bad groups. It's all nice. Las Vegas police to charge $280 per hour for body cam footage. What the fuck?
Like to watch it or what?
I guess.
Or because that seems pretty fucked up.
Fees as a general rule are a barrier to transparency. No fucking shit.
Yep. I agree.
Taxpayers already paid for the label, the police, the camera.
Yep.
Oh my god. Oh man, there's no way they're letting that slide. That's ridiculous. But anyway, I have nothing else. Does anybody have anything else? Otherwise, we're cutting it to go play a Vivendi game.
There's some stuff, but we don't really need to cover it right now, so.
You can cover it if you want to. It's up to you if you want to bring it up.
Well, it's just okay, we can do it quick. CERN approved a $23 billion 62-mile collider.
So that is like, ridiculous.
Yeah, so it's like way bigger than the one they have. I mean, it's been approved, but I think they're still like they have to like do other shit. But
I'm sure there's way more involved in that and years of building.
Yep. And then I saw some articles saying if it was even like worth it and stuff like that. So like I don't know.
It's weird. It's like, what is their goal? It's like, can they do it faster? Like I want to read into that.
Like I guess they think they can achieve more like progress in what they're trying to do, but at the same time, like, do you know what this progress is, or are you just like speculating with like theoretical shit?
Well, we've seen the Da Vinci Code, Angels and Demons.
Oh god, here we go.
So we know what the goal is, and that's antimatter bombs.
Oh geez, here we go.
Yeah, that if they get cold, or is it warm, then they blow up because they become unstable. And then Ewan McGregor jumps from a helicopter.
Yep.
That's the goal. They know that's the goal.
And it's all a plot for him to become Pope. Yep.
Yeah, as soon as they find it, they're like, "Oh my God, call Ewan McGregor."
And
then
I
he's
remember
like, "Did you find it?"
And I remember correctly, he uses the Force and he throws it up like into the sky, and then
Yeah,
yeah,
from a helicopter.
yep.
Oh my God, what a crazy episode, guys. We didn't talk too much about politics, just a teeny bit.
Yep.
Just a teeny tiny. Let's try next week. Let's try not to talk about politics at all. Should we make that a goal? Wait, is next week? Is this my last week to be racist? Oh fuck. Okay, I got some shit to say.
Bryce, you gonna watch Inception on Fortnite? Oh, that's today.
No. No.
I think
Okay.
I think Inception's gonna be coming off Netflix soon if it hasn't already, if I saw correctly.
Coming off of Netflix?
Yeah, because
Oh, I should probably watch it then.
I know a lot of like his movies, Nolan's movies have been like coming off of Netflix lately.
Is Interstellar on it?
Not
Because
sure.
I've been itching to fucking watch that movie again because it is so good.
I can
But I
search real
haven't.
quick.
I wonder. I thought it was on something. But whenever there's no like website where you can look to just see where the fuck shit is streamed.
Looks like Interstellar, Hulu subscription, Amazon. I don't know if it's on the other ones or not. Some of the other ones say like prices, so I don't know if that's like part of subscriptions or if that's like where you have to pay to watch it.
Interstellar is so good.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I guess I'll look it up. Everybody, I just want you to know something about Asians, and that's that they're all
Jesus.
and then we'll say we'll catch you next time.
See you.
Hey everyone, hope you enjoyed the episode. You can catch us currently at the Prime 4 podcast on iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud, and Podcast Addict for audio only. If you want to see how fugly we look in real life, you can also catch us on YouTube under the Prime 4 podcast.